Howdy sports fans, Ed Dale here, and we're back with another challenge lesson. And as always, our promise to you is it will take you less than 30 minutes to watch this, see what I'm up to, and then take action for the day. And of course, this one is so simple, you'll do it in an instant. And of course, what we're going to do today is get you to sign up to Twitter, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it. Now, we're going to go into a lot more detail through the challenge, but we just want you to get up and running. The most important thing you need to know about Twitter is that we use Twitter to let you guys know about what's going on with the challenge. And the important thing is, it's usually the first thing, the very first thing that when something new happens, we tweet about it, which is what we call a message on Twitter. You can see some messages going down there. Let's hope they're relatively family friendly at the moment. So, given that that's the case, what do we do with Twitter? First of all, I want you to sign up. Very simple. Now you can see here, they make this very easy for you with the Getting Started Now button. So, we can click on Get Started Now and start. So we'll zip over to the sign up. You put in your full name, a username, a password, an email, check out the terms of service, and click on Create My Account. Okay, once you've signed in, there's one little trick I want to show you with when you sign in. It's very, 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 very important. It asks you to set up a whole bunch of people to follow. Please don't do this, okay? Not at this point, particularly if you're new to Twitter. Please don't follow a whole bunch of people because you'll get confused and you won't use it. So at the moment, for just what we're doing now, I just want you to set this up so you're following a couple of people. You'll see a page. Now this is my Twitter page, so yours won't look quite as fancy pants as this yet. But the most important thing, of course, that you want to do is hit Find People. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is find people. And the first person you want to find is Ed Dale. So you just click on Search. And look, there I am, there's me. There's a whole bunch of Ed Dales. But you can see that that's me, that's my photo. I feel very sorry for the other Ed Dale there. But I'm Ed-Dale, which is great, so that's me. Now you can go over and you can click. Now, of course, I can't follow myself because you go blind if you follow yourself. But here we are, you can follow, you can have a look at lists, which we won't go into at the moment, and there are other things that you can do as well, message and all those sorts of things. So all you want to do is click that follow button and on Ed Dale, and off you go. And then, of course, you can just type in people. So my recommendation to you is only pick a couple of, now does a challenge come up there? There we are, challenge. You can type in challenge and you can click on follow button. Obviously I'm already following the challenge, and you'll get our messages, which is good. So you'll see that that'll pop up onto your home screen. So what else can I show you once you've got this home screen? There's some very, very cool things you can do. You can see here that at Ed Dale, if I click at Ed Dale, and I will totally, I love if people do this, this is a way to message me, or anybody indeed in the world, and that's one of the cool things about Twitter. It's very democratic in the fact that if you want to speak to me, anybody can. And all you have to do is put this, what we call @ symbol, the little @ there, and then Ed Dale, if you type that up here. So if I type this, and if I hit tweet, there we are, that's all done, and look at that. I've sent a message, and I get that. So anytime if you want to message me, you just hit @Ed Dale, and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's exactly what you need to do. So you can see down here, you've got favourite tweets, you've got retweets where people have retweeted stuff that you need. You don't have to worry about these at the moment. one of the cool things about Twitter is the use of hashtags. So you can see in this message, Bambi, there she is, has tagged this message, used a hashtag, #30DC. #30DC is what we do, is people use hashtags to help people find certain types of tweets. What you do, if you're in an event, say like one of our seminars, which is #30DC Home, for example, which was for our most recent seminar, people can add that so people can do special searches. So you can literally type #30DC, although you can see I've got a save search there, but I can literally hit the search button, and of course up we come. There we go, it's there, and we've got all of these messages here. You can click on, if it's something you're going to do, and I'd hardly recommend it, for #30DC, click on Save This Search, and it will be saved in the Save Searches, which is very, very cool indeed. So it means you can just come back to it. Now we're going to show you Twitter has all sorts of different clients available. And when I say clients, for example, you can see here in my Chrome, I've got a tweet. Don't worry, we're going to show you how to use that in the Chrome area of the challenge, which is coming up. And I can also obviously access it on my iPhone or BlackBerry or whatever you happen to use, and we'll come back to that in a second. But these save searches cover across everywhere, which is fantastic. And so, you know, you can literally use Twitter, and Twitter's fabulous for finding these sorts of things. Now, if you're on the iPhone, I've got to say, just for those of you who are interested, I use a program called Twitterlator Pro, because I do a lot of advanced things on Twitter which we don't need to get into at this point of the challenge. It also costs about $4. Now, Twitter themselves actually bought an application which they made available on the iPhone called, funnily enough, Twitter. And this is an excellent client for your iPhone if you want to use an iPhone client. So I would hardly recommend using Twitter. And look, again, getting a bit more advanced, but just to let you know how I do things, I very rarely look at Twitter when I'm sitting down to do work at the computer. I much prefer to use Twitter on my iPhone, because then I can use Twitter, you know, when I'm in queues or I'm waiting for somebody. So people can get very distracted by Twitter, and it's a very, very important tool, but it's one that's very easy to be distracted by, and I don't want you to be distracted by it in the challenge. So, you know, if you're like me, my little piece of advice is try to not so much access Twitter on your desktop, but access it on your mobile device. Now, there's a huge amount to Twitter, but again, in the spirit of this year's challenge, I really want to make sure that you just get the basics so that you know Twitter, you're using it, you see it somewhere. We're going to show you how to use this particular extension here in our Chrome session. And you can see, look at that, some people have already responded to my little message, and this is a great little target there, which is brilliant. And you can say you can use it without, and the reason I really love this particular browser is it keeps out of the way, and it's just fantastic. So there we have it. That's Twitter for you, basic steps. And as I say, as we go through the challenge, we'll show you heaps and heaps of other things to do with Twitter. But right now, your action points for today, very simple, is to go to the Twitter homepage at twitter.com. And then I want you to, of course, mine's going to go up there. So what I want you to do is get an account, follow Ed Dale, follow Challenge. You might want to follow a couple of other people like Guru Bob and people like Dan Rain. Don't pick a couple of people who you're interested in. You see, I only follow 133 people. That may sound like a lot to you, but some people make a habit of following thousands, which is crazy because it ruins Twitter. But you can see there some of the people I followed, like Tom Peters and Yarrow and Andrew. There we are, good old Andrew Nez. But I don't want you to go crazy with it. I don't want you to get distracted with it. But I do want to get you to make sure you get the main accounts in Twitter so that we can get messages out to you. It's the way we do news first and break news first on the challenge. So it's very useful for that, and trust me, it has huge uses for you as we go forward building your online business. So with that, hope you enjoyed that. Get started on Twitter. You may even @EdDale me. Just like that. Oh, not like that. Just like that, and send me a message. And that would be fantastic. Love to see it. Alright folks, we'll speak soon.